Getting started. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. I hope your birthday was amazing. And we're going to go ahead and get into it, and let's see what say the teams. Thank you very much. The first card out of the gate is guidance. Find safety in your beacon's light. That means you shining, right? You shining and being all that you can be and finding your way through spaces of dimness, through spaces of unsurety, etc. Guidance. Sometimes you may need it. If you need it, you ask for it. If it's something that you can be of guidance to others, and doing that as well. And this is for those of you Aries that are born on April the 16th. Let's keep going. The next card we have for you, and just keep in mind that these readings for your birthday happen to be actually those that may be for the first for the next few months. So if something comes up and you feel like you need to be of guidance, or someone is attempting to guide you, that is more than likely what your team is setting up for you, and maybe even what you set up for yourself, just to be sure. Thank you. All right, the next card that we have for those of you born on the 16th is Peaks of Joy. So this card is more or less about you having moments and times where it's not going to always be the same, but you have moments where you're extremely happy, proud of yourself, the progress that you're making, the projects that you're working on, the decisions that you're making about school, etc. Something coming to fruition that just brings you absolute joy. But just keep in mind that you're setting this up, and so you're always the designer of your life and the path in which you're deciding to take. So over the next few months, something may be coming up where you're having peaks of joy and just kind of trying to make a decision on where you fit in and where exactly it is that you want to be and the things that you may want to do. So with that being said, remember to love on yourself even when the peaks are not as high as you feel like they should be. It's just work that you're going through, and it's just growth. I know that's just a common thing that people say, but it really is, because to get from one space to the next, it calls for us to kind of have to sit and think about things. So just be mindful of that. All right, so we'll put that one there. Let's put that there for you guys. Peaks of Joy. I'll move that over and set that there. Now, let's go ahead and see, for those of you that were born on April the 16th, let's go ahead and see what color is befitting for you, or possibly that you may resonate with. And that color is going to be virtual pink. So let's take a look at that virtual pink. All right, so if you were born on this day, your passion and sensitivity, coupled with strong spiritual side, time spent by the ocean can help quiet your mind so that you can hear the inner calling. You have a natural healing ability and can recover from elements more quickly than most. So that's a good thing. And you have the tendency to try many things in relation to career goals. So you're open to moving about, etc., right? And changing for the good, or changing just because you're stagnant where you may be, okay? So let's go to the next. If this color benefits you, your personal color helps you to blend your courage with intelligence. Wearing, meditating on, or surrounding yourself with virtual pink reminds you that the journey is an essential part of the outcome, and each endeavor has its rewards. And you may also find yourself being connected to people who were born on the birthday of January the 22nd, October the 4th, or even December the 7th. All right, so that is your color that you may possibly resonate with, and it kind of reminds you of a cranberry. So I want to say happy birthday to you, Aries, born on the 16th. And let's go ahead and see what it is that the guides may have for you as far as words of wisdom. I always like to come in with that just to see what it is that the teams have for you. So let's go ahead and see. All right, team, what say you for those born on the 16th of April? Thank you. They have for you, reveal your thoughts to a trusted confidant. So sometimes, you know, people are very private. Aries can be very sneaky, and sometimes they could be conniving, but they also are private too. They're not going to tell you something most of the time unless you ask, right? Now, being sneaky and conniving is not a bad quality. It could actually be a benefit to you, but we're just going to move forward and say, find someone that you can share things with, because due to just different things that along the way throughout your life, whether it's mistrust or old baggage of sharing things and it didn't kind of turn out the way that you had expected, does not mean that you should not attempt it again. So find someone that you can be a confidant to and that they can actually be there to you so you could share. So everybody needs somebody they can actually share things with, but it's a little difficult finding that match, right? All right, well, that is all I have for you, Aries, born on the 16th of April. I hope you had a beautiful birthday, and just look forward to things where you're having peaks and valleys of different things, ups and downs, and not necessarily in a bad way, but maybe you're putting old things down and picking up some new things. And so those things may come with a little dip of an adjustment time frame. All right, thank you so much, and happy birthday. Okay, let's go ahead now and move to Aries, born on April the 17th. And let's go ahead and get into it. And let's see what the teams had for you for the next few months coming up. Some little tidbits or little nuggets that you can look forward to. Oh, we just had a straight jumper for you. What do we have? All right, what we have for you is journey. Wow. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. That is amazing. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. You know how you get excited about something? You're planning a trip, or you're going out to dinner with some friends, or you decided to find something, a new hobby that you've been thinking about. Now you went out and bought your supplies and you're about to get started and start to bring it to fruition so that you can see the outcome. This is what this is talking about. So some of you are going to have some things that you're going to be excited about, or you should be, because the pathway to getting there, the anticipation, the build up for it, is what is amazing part of the journey. So some of you are going to be having an endeavor in which something new is coming about in your space, and something that you're going to decide, like, you know what, maybe I should probably just relax so that I can just enjoy the ride. You know how people say smell the roses? So sometimes some of you born on the 17th may feel a little anxious. So you want to remember to enjoy the view as you go along this trail and pick up bits and pieces of what you need and what you want and what's coming to you. Thank you very much, team. All right, what else do we have for you? All right, so we have got magic stream. So what does that mean, magic stream? So this is kind of like water. Some of you may be drawn to the water element, and you find pleasure in hot tubs, or a nice bubble bath, a nice spiritual bath, a nice bath with flowers, and not necessarily to the degree of it being a spiritual bath. So when this comes about, this has to do with things can take root in water. It's very magical, and it's actually a portal. So sometimes when some of you are in the shower and you just had a long day and shit just ain't going quite right, you find yourself taking a hot shower and it feels so good. Or maybe you go swimming, or maybe something even like you may decide, you know what I want to do? I think I just want to go and put my feet in some water, just dangle it into the pool, right? There's something very magical about water. And you find ideas just begin to sprout, you know, and there's no one around. There's just the calmness and the sereneness of the water. So keep that in mind as you come into these next few months and you find yourself getting either excited about something, or you find yourself wanting to take a trip and or be near water. That is why. Okay, so if something comes up with that, you're to go with it, because new ideas and something amazing may come out of it and sprout just out of nowhere. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it and see what your color is that you resonate with. Red ribbon. You see how different virtual pink is from red ribbon? So red ribbon, you're tenacious. Oh, and I forgot to say, well, let me just keep going. So your color is red ribbon, tenacious, responsible, purposeful. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what they're saying. So if you were born on this day, you come across as very powerful and strong. and you're capable of managing a lot of responsibility. You are perceptive and have a good investigative powers. You can use your financial insight, which some of you are drawn to money and figuring out things, etc., and having your ducks in a row as far as that's concerned, to help others. Writing, psychology, money, related to careers are just some of the areas in life which you can excel, and you should also take advantage of that, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the other part. Your personal color inspires optimism and creativity whenever you're feeling separate or somber, or maybe even wearing it or meditating on. For example, if you have something around you, that's what it means, meditating on. Maybe it's a pillow that you sit on, maybe it's something just across your lap, maybe it's the clothing that you're wearing, right? Or surrounding yourself with ribbon red assists you in blending your serious side with the more lighthearted part of nature. And if you so feel drawn to those born on May the 16th, July the 13th, and December the 3rd, they may make great partnerships in different levels of your life. So be on the lookout for that. If you run across somebody and your team is saying because this color and those birthdays may mesh, try it out. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Let's go ahead and see, for those of you born on April the 17th, let's go ahead and see what words of wisdom your team has for you, okay? Maybe some of your angelic team, maybe your spirit guides, your higher self, cosmic ethereal beings, etc. Thank you. All right. Yes, but don't force it. All right. So whatever it is that you're wanting to do, wanting to experience, feeling of it's a yes. You have made the right decision, or you're on the right path of that direction, moving towards it. So the thing is, don't force it. Don't do things to make it happen. Just allow it to happen naturally. Okay? Do not force it. Just allow it to happen naturally. When we force things, what happens is that you end up with more disappointment than you do with happiness, because it's not quite genuine, right? So you want to make sure that you just let things flow, okay? So happy birthday to those of you that were born on April the 17th. I hope you have had a beautiful birthday, and just be on the lookout for something that may come up with water, whether it's a trip around water, or when you have ideas that come up that's in water over the next few months, take advantage of those. Take note, write them down, and then if you need to spring into action, remember, it's about the journey. It is about the journey. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Okay, so we're back, and now we're going on. We're moving to those Aries that were born on April the 18th. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, thank you. All right, what do we have for you guys born on the 18th? We have self-care, okay? Drowning doesn't always require water. That's so true. So it's not about water. It could be your own emotions you're drowning in, thinking the same thing, not releasing things, not relinquishing things, not walking towards things, being unsure, indecisive. Now is the time to put those things aside and make a decision and stand on it, okay? Your team wants you to stand on it, okay? So over the next few months, between now, I say, and July the 1st, they're saying, make sure you have self-care. If you feel yourself spiraling out of control, or spiraling in a space in which you feel off balance, regroup, okay? Regroup, take a break. And that includes taking a break from people, okay? It's not just money or things or life, your children. It also means work. Some of you work hard. Aries will hold 2 and 3 jobs and will not take a motherfucking vacation, okay? I know a few. So make sure you're taking care of yourself, all right? Maybe even suggest something like a sea salt venture, like the Crystal Cave, where you can go in and sit in the salt cave. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. You have spirit of place. Spirit of place. This is about allowing things to come to you, looking at the beauty of what is within and what is outside. This has to do also with stepping in nature. Some of you don't get out and do anything and get out and go to the park and visit spaces which is surrounded by natures. Try some of your gardens and see how you feel and just see what comes to you when you're in that place. Think about the solace. Some of you are missing a loved one who is no longer with us. So this is about you taking the time to take a look at what is still here, what is around you. Try and pull yourself out of that space, right? It is okay and understandable, and we understand that mourning is tough, right? But this is about you taking a look at things that are still here, that you can still visit, that it still can bring you happiness and pleasure and joy. It's not to have you to forget things that are no longer here, or people who have gone, people who have moved past your space and not necessarily passing on to spirit world, but it has also to do with you just taking a look at what is around you. Don't forget, right? Gratitude for what is still here, where you are. You can pick, yes, it hurts, but you pick up and you keep moving, okay? So let's go ahead and see what it is that your cosmic team, ethereal team, and higher self, for those of you born on the 18th, may have for you. Thank you very much. Thank you, team. They have for you, well, what do you want? Be consistent about the thought and of something that you want. You know, I have been in places where I changed my mind about things. I'm consistent about changing my mind, okay? So some of you Aries are in a place, those of you born on the 18th, maybe in a place where you kind of need to kind of rein it in and pin it down. Start with one thing and then move on to the next. So that idea that you had of going back to school, now is a good time to do that. Your team is saying it is a green light and to go, all right? This is a career change for some of you going back to school, maybe even not necessarily a 4-year or 2-year, but maybe it's a certification, etc. And this is something that you can actually bring in more income than what you did from where you are currently standing. So keep that in mind. If something comes up, the new possibility, a new opportunity, make sure you take advantage of that, okay? Because it's always about you, and it's always about your highest good, but it is also about change. Some Aries do not like change, so those of you born on the 18th, remember that's very important, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead on and move into your color that you may resonate with. So, April the 18th. Let's see what's for you. Crimson. All right. You have the personality that is one that is commanding, interesting, and enduring. So you may have those qualities, and people may have said that about you, like, girl, you sure are demanding. Okay. You command attention when you walk in the room, or you command attention when you're presenting, or you have an idea, you want to be heard. Okay. So if you were born on this day, people born on this day have a lot of influence and strength. You are a formidable foe, and there is much that you can accomplish when you channel your energy. Trust and ease are two qualities to cultivate. Practicing the art of receiving and allowing things to come to you are ways to develop these traits. Love rather than force will set you free. Okay? Love rather than force. All right? Now, if this color benefits you and you resonate with it, your personal color reminds you to tune in to things that you love while following your aspirations. Wearing, meditating on, or surrounding yourself with crimson helps temper an intensity and power of your ambitions. Okay? So it could be that you are compatible with people born on March the 9th, October the 22nd, and November the 27th. And if that is you, then you might consider partnerships. All right? So happy birthday again to you, those that were born on April the 18th. You Aries are amazing, and I hope you really did something fun, and I hope you're taking your desires to a new level. And that's all I have for you. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into the last of this particular week, which is Aries, born on the 19th. Let's go ahead and see those of you born on the 19th of April. Let's see what your guides have in store and spirit has for you. Wild. All right now. Wild. All right. Okay, come through wild. Okay. Believe in your worldly beauty. Dance with the waves and drink in the sunshine. Believe in the other worldly beauty. Believe in your other worldly beauty. You are more than just on this timeline, okay? Dance with the waves and drink of the sunshine. That means enjoy shit. Enjoy shit. Get out there. Be spontaneous. Do something different. Some of you are so routine that you're boring. Look at now. Y'all got to get up out of that, okay? So find something that you love to do, that you like, that will put you out of your comfort zone just temporarily, and see what happens. So if there's something that is coming up for you, where you're going to be asked to go out and do something with some people that you know and that you're close to. It's going to be out of your comfort zone, but you should move on it, okay? Because you're going to meet some more wonderful people. So you got to get out of your little comfort zone, okay? Solitude, number 13. Desolate, being out and alone. It's never really good. It's okay sometimes, but it's good to be around people. So those of you that are hermits and love to be in the house, if you don't want to go out and about, there are plenty of ways to meet people online. Social media is an amazing and grand place to meet people online so that you can find like-minded people, discover things about yourself. You don't even have to go outside of your house. You just do a little research on things that you're interested in doing, something that you dare yourself to do, etc. Don't stay in and be absolutely destitute. Don't do it, okay? Move out of that space. Before you know it, so much time has passed as you look around. You've done absolutely nothing, and you step outside and nothing looks the same to you. It's destitute almost, okay? So those of you homebodies, let's try and do something a little different. It's coming up. The challenge is going to be set for you, and it may be even in the next few weeks. So over the next few months, if that's what comes up for you, Aries, born on the 19th, you need to make sure that you move forward. Just if you do it just this one time and see how you like it, and then take it from there, okay? All right, let's go ahead and talk about the color that you may resonate with. High risk red, and we just talk about take the risk, okay? Find you a shade of red, high risk red that you like. Maybe not so bright red, but find something. If that resonates with you, put it on and wear it and feel saucy and sassy and jazzy and classy, okay? So let's go into it. You're more of a individual who has eloquent, and that fits for males too. Eloquent, you're a performer, and you're ambitious, okay? Now, if you were born on this day, you have the ability to inspire others to know how to communicate feelings with style and grace. Your leadership ability and confidence make you a favorite among friends and colleagues. Resist the urge to dominating or being stubborn. You can remain young and healthy by staying active and open to new ideas, okay? All right, now, those of you, how you would benefit from this color is your personal color encourages you to be flexible. Wearing, meditating on, or surrounding yourself with high risk red increases your vitality. It's almost like paprika on your damn deviled eggs, okay? All right. And accentuates your star quality. Those of you who may be attracted to high risk red, born on the 19th of April, may find yourself attracted to and or resonating with people born on January the 13th, July the 13th, and December the 5th. If that is so, by all means, do something, okay? Do something. Make it happen, Captain. Let's go ahead and see what it is that your team has for you as far as words of wisdom. Thank you, team. Come through for those Aries born on the 19th. There we go. Thank you. Better wait. All right, so there's something that you might be about to make a hasty move on. Your team is saying, nah, you better wait. Give it a minute. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks or 2 weeks times 2. That would be a month, okay? Give it a moment. Think about it. Roll it over in your mind. Do not make the hasty decision, something that you may regret, okay? And if you get it within that time frame, the thought, and wrestle with it in that time frame, 2 weeks or 2 weeks times 2, which would be 4 weeks, your team is saying, by all means, then it's a green light. But for now, don't put somebody out the house. Don't leave your husband. Don't leave your wife. Don't leave your boyfriend. Give it a minute. If it is not a situation that is putting you in harm's way, give it a minute, okay? Give it a minute, recoup, have some deep communication. Don't just up and quit and leave your job. Just have some thought processes around it and just roll it around. Give it some serious thought and don't just jump the gun. And some of you, you'll be like, fuck it, fuck you, and the ship you fucking rode in on, okay? No, not right now. Your team is saying, you better wait, okay? Some things may need to be moved out of the way for you in a path that is more clear, all right? So happy birthday to you, Aries, born on April the 19th. I hope you had a beautiful birthday. And just remember these things as you move through the next few months. You know, be adventurous, go out there, be wild. And that even means if you got a wild hairpy ass and you want to do something crazy, then do it. You only have this lifetime until the next lifetime, of course. And then remember, do something and come out of solitude. Don't be a hermit. Now is not the time, or you've done it for a while. Now you've cocooned enough, and now it's time for you to develop into that amazing monarch butterfly. Okay? Well, have a beautiful day.